Good morning students, मैं जगतार सिंह working as a computer faculty Government Senior Secondary School Channo. Today we discussing lesson 2 functions of computer. In last lesson we discussed about what is computer, where will we use computer. Now onwards functions of computers. We have learned that a computer is an electronic machine. It can process data, pictures, sound and graphics. It can solve complicated problems quickly and accurately. A computer performs basically five major computer operations that are: it accepts data or instructions by way of input. It stores data. It processes data as required by the user. It gives result in the form of output. It controls all operations inside a computer. Before studying about block diagram of computer, we need to learn about the functions of a computer in details. Let us learn about basic functions in details. Basic functions of computer. The first one is input. This is the process of entering data and programs into the computer system. We know that computer is an electronic machine. It receives data and instructions as input. Input devices look like that: keyboard, mouse, microphone, OCR meaning optical card reader, trackball, barcode scanner, joystick and scanner. The mostly important input devices that are used in our common life, that is keyboard and mouse. The next one is the storage. Storage works a major part in computer system. The process of saving data and instructions permanently is known as storage. We can need to feed data into the computer system before the actual processing starts, because the processing speed of central processing unit is so fast, so the data has to be provided to CPU with the same speed. It provides space for storing data and instruction. As you see here, there is a card reader, that is a USB, CD, DVDs and USB ports. That is all are the storage devices. Third one is the processing. After input, computer takes action on data. The task of performing operations like arithmetic and logical operations on data is called processing. Means all the inputs, computer takes action on data and performing operation. After that, the data after processing is called processing. The next one is output. This is the process of producing results from the data for getting useful information. Similarly, the output pursued by the computer after processing must be kept inside a place in a computer is called storage. After processing the data, the output value is called the output system, that is saved inside the computer. There is the mostly output devices are you see in your system, that is monitor, speaker, headphone, printer, projector and plotter. That are all the output devices of a computer. But mostly the output devices is we use monitor, printer and speaker. Headphone is also the output devices. The block diagram of a CPU. CPU, the full form of CPU is Central Processing Unit. In these sections, we will learn about the functioning of a computer system. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit, and it is the most important part of a computer system. As we have learned that firstly we give input to computer system, then this data is processed and finally we get output. In this block diagram you can check the central processing unit. That is the first one is the data input, mouse, keyboard, extra. We put the data in the computer system, that goes into main memory. After that it goes to arithmetic and logical unit and control unit, and after that auxiliary storage. After that we get output by monitor and printer, extra. So this is the central processing unit's flow that controls the data and control the data flow. The next one is basically central processing unit is divided into three separate units for its operations. These are memory unit, control unit, and arithmetic logic unit. Let us learn about the brief detail of central processing unit. In last block diagram, now this is another block diagram of the computer. Storage, that is the data means input unit. All the data given in the secondary storage or in primary storage, and input data goes to the control unit. After that, arithmetic and logic unit. After that, output unit means information we collect after the input. Data flows and controls, that is controlled in the computer system, that shows in the block diagram. Now, memory unit. The memory unit is the part of the computer that holds data and instructions for processing. Although it is closely associated with the CPU, what the actual fact is, it is separate from it. Memory associated with the CPU is called primary storage or primary memory. Whatever software we load into a computer system, for a floppy, a disk, hard disk, or CD, DVD, ROM, firstly it is stored in the main memory. There are two types of computer memory inside the computer, that is a primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory in the computer is RAM and ROM, and the secondary memory in the computer system is hard disk, CD, DVD, etc. Now onward, primary memory. Primary memory is known as main memory. It is of two types, RAM and ROM. It is the only one directly accessible to the CPU. The CPU continuously read instructions stored there and execute them as required. RAM is used to store data on temporary basis, such as we input a data as soon as the computer system is switched off, or in case of power failure, the information held in RAM is deleted. That is why it also called volatile memory. ROM stores the instructions and information that is required by a computer to start on. In case of power failure or computer system is switched off, the data stored in ROM does not get deleted. ROM can be reprogrammed. Primary memory has limited storage capacity. It is very expensive. It is not easily portable. RAM, the full form of RAM is random access memory. ROM, read only memory. Now we discuss about secondary memory. Secondary memory is called auxiliary memory. It contains all data storage that is not currently in a computer's primary storage or memory. This is computer memory that is not directly accessible to the processor. It is for storing data not in active use and keeps data even without power. So it is called non-volatile memory. Hard disk is a good example of secondary memory that is fixed in a computer system. CD, DVD or USB pen drive also few examples of secondary memory. It is not so costly. Its storage capacity is more than primary memory. It is easy and portable. Now control unit. The control unit is called a control system or central controller. It directs the various components of a computer, such as receiving input, giving instructions to store data, and producing results. It reads and interprets, means decode instructions in the program. One by one decodes each instructions and also control the other parts of the computer. Some of its basic functions are as follows: to read the code for the next instructions, to decode the numerals code for the instructions, to provide the necessary data to an ALU. The full form ALU is arithmetic and logic unit. In this figure you can show the control unit. Now arithmetic and logic unit. An arithmetic logic unit means ALU performs arithmetic and logical operations. The ALU is a building block of the central processing unit means CPU of a computer because the instructions are executed here. ALU can perform the following operations: integer arithmetic operations, for example addition, subtractions, multiplication and division; bitwise logical operations like that greater than, smaller than and equal to. The next, thank you. This is the our today's uh, functions of computer. Now onward in next session we will do the next topic, that is what is computer and the types of computer. Today's topic is the functionings of computer. So thanks a lot students. The only thing is that please read, write in your notebooks. Okay, thanks a lot.